Hey guys, I hope this video finds whoever it needs to well, and that if you're not well today, that you're doing your best. I'm just hanging out and doing some pull-ups this afternoon and had some thoughts that I felt like sharing, and I don't know how good they are. It's difficult to come out and speak about these types of things because I don't want to lead anybody astray. And so I encourage those that might listen to this to look into these concepts on your own time. Reading is important and knowledge is power, and there's lots of different manuscripts and written testaments to these topics that you can sift through and use to complete your own understanding. But I'm gonna do something daring and combine two topics that I'm impassioned about that you maybe wouldn't see together all the time. And I don't mean to do this in a vain way. I'm doing it because I hope that it helps you guys to understand, and I hope that it encourages anybody that's out there that's trying to walk a better path in life. So I've been doing pull-ups lately because it's been difficult to find time to get into the gym and to use like the machines and different equipment that they have there. And it's been a really good reminder to me that sometimes we have a tendency to overcomplicate stuff in life. I can think of a million things, but just because this is what I'm doing, I'll use it for reference. When I first got into exercise, it was really daunting because of the fact that there's a sea of different ideas in fitness. You need to do this, or you need to do that. A lot of it's good, and if you're interested and invested in the topic, it's a wealth of knowledge. You can't get enough, honestly, even to this day, years into my interest in getting healthy. I'm still learning new things all the time, and I'm certainly will continue to. I fear, though, that we do the same thing for our spiritual studies as well. And so I'm hoping I don't lose the thought, and if I'm all over the place, I have to apologize. But just like this pull-up bar, the simplicity of it actually works out several different muscle groups. It's getting my lats, it's getting my biceps, it's getting my back, it's getting my traps. It's unique. It's a compound movement, and your body actually does really well with compound movements. Sometimes we do things to isolate our muscle groups so that we can get, variations of exercise specifically in one area so that we don't exhaust ourselves and that we can keep going to the gym. And you work out your biceps one day and you can do your triceps the next day without feeling too sore. That's great if you have that time in your life. not everybody is the same. And some of us are parents or expecting parents. Some of us are in school or working full-time or both or all three. Some of us are really struggling mentally just to get up and make it out the door. So when you get on your phone, you see, people doing all these extraordinary things. Remind yourself that you have access to being extraordinary in your own way. And that's by just trying your best. So, as a person that's really invested right now in how I can help to spread the gospel the best way I can, I've struggled in how I can articulate this to people because I still don't fully understand it. The scriptures are dense. It's a thick. It's a big book. It's a long read, and there's more apocrypha and tons of ideas and things that you can extrapolate from all of it. That's like awesome stuff to get. It's really interesting to read and look into. But there is like meat to the reading subjects. There's more substance to it. I think the most important takeaway is, first and foremost, is what you're reading good or bad? I think that we have a really difficult time in society sifting through what's right and wrong. So let's just talk about the idea of Jesus Christ. An amazing person. That's not something you should be against. And as a teenager and young adult, trust me, I kicked against the wall. I said bad things about churches and the church. And when I say that, I just mean followers of Christ's disciples. People that are willing to spread this message. Jesus Christ died for your sins on the cross. And when he did that, his mission on this earth was completed. The evidence comes from his resurrection. We have physical proof as well as eyewitness testimony. And it's insanely interesting to get into. So don't just take my word for it. Go and look up what is there for me to touch and read, to look at. But then remember this, there are also signs in the world right now that are happening. And if you're stuck here looking for the proof, you're not using these to see that this is amazing. It's heavy to think about how incredible life is. The feelings that we get, whether they're good or bad, it's heavy. But you look at like the things that are going on around us, and when I say us, I mean like people of the earth. Not one religion over another, people of the earth. We're all here struggling. And the most important thing to understand is that every one of us, right now, without the sacrifice that was made, we would not be good enough in the eyes of God. We wouldn't be. That's the whole point of what he did for us being so incredible. If he loved you that much, then all you need to do is try your best to do what he asks for you to do. You're not going to do it. You're going to fail. I fail all the time. We are people that really rely on pleasures in life. We don't like hard stuff. We don't like to do pull-ups. No, we'd rather sit on a machine and lift a singular weight. We want all the answers given to us. But we don't want to investigate. So, in a world where all your ideas are changing constantly, in society, in science, in love, in truth, the least thing that you could do is try to live for your best self. Never mind that. Try to live as if there's something more for you after this, because somebody made a sacrifice for you that you would never be able to make on your own. Try to live like that. Be thankful every day. If you woke up this morning and you put food on your plate, or if you know that at some point today you're going to get it, be thankful. If the people that you love are still here, if you're not alone on this earth, be thankful. If you're alone on this earth, I invite you to comment on this video. I love you guys.